I remember the sound first. Not the words. Not the shouting. The sound of the door closing behind her. It wasn't loud, but it ended everything. "Stop standing there," she said, arms crossed. "Say something." "What do you want me to say?" I asked. My voice didn't sound like mine. "You're already packed." "That's because you never listen," she snapped. "I've been saying this for years." I looked at our son sitting on the couch, his small hands wrapped around his toy car. "At least don't do this in front of him." She laughed, short and bitter. "He's a child. He'll forget." "I won't," I said. "And neither will he." She rolled her eyes. "See? Always dramatic. Always emotional. That's your problem." "My problem?" I stepped closer. "I work 2 jobs. I barely sleep. Everything I do is for this family." "And that's all you'll ever do," she said. "Survive." "I don't want survival. I want a life." "We have a life," I said. "It's not perfect, but it's ours." She shook her head. "Dreaming small again. That's why I'm leaving." "Because I don't make enough money?" I asked. "Because you're not enough," she said flatly. The words hit harder than I expected. "I love you." "That's not currency," she replied. "Love doesn't pay bills. Love doesn't open doors." I glanced at the suitcase by the door. "And him?" She didn't deny it. "He understands me." "He understands your bank account," I said. "At least he has one," she fired back. "He has plans. A future. So I'm just a mistake now?" I asked. She sighed like I was exhausting. "You were a phase." I laughed, but it came out broken. "And our son?" She finally looked at him. "I'm taking him with me." My chest tightened. "You can't just decide that." "I already did," she said. "You wouldn't manage alone anyway." I knelt in front of my son. "Buddy, come here." He looked at her instead. "Don't confuse him," she said. "Let's go." I stood up. "Please. Just leave him. I'll figure everything out." "You always say that," she replied. "And nothing changes." I reached for her arm. "Give me time." She pulled away. "I gave you years." The other man waited outside. I could see his car through the window. Clean. Shiny. Confident. "He'll give you what I couldn't." I asked. "He already has," she said. My son stood, dragging his toy across the floor. I held my breath. "Come here," I whispered. She took his hand first. "Say goodbye." He didn't speak. He didn't look back. I followed them to the door. "You'll come back," I said. "When you realize this isn't real." She paused, hand on the handle. "Don't wait." "I will," I said. "This isn't the end." She opened the door. Cold air rushed in. Then it closed. I stood there, staring at the empty space where my family used to be. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself she'd call. I told myself love couldn't disappear that easily. I was wrong, but that lie was the only thing keeping me standing. I woke up every morning expecting my phone to ring. I stared at the screen and whispered, "Today." It never was. "She'll call," I told myself while brushing my teeth. "She just needs time." The mirror didn't argue. At work, Amir leaned against my desk. "You look terrible." "I'm fine," I said. "You've been saying that for months." "She's adjusting," I replied. "She'll reach out." He shook his head. "You need to stop waiting." "I'm not waiting," I said. "I'm trusting." He sighed. There's a difference. I didn't answer. At night, I slept on my side of the bed. I never crossed the line between us. Her pillow stayed untouched. She hates mess, I muttered, smoothing the sheet. She'll notice. The silence stared back. Sometimes I imagined her voice. You always overthink, she would say. And you always leave, I answered the empty room. I checked my phone again. Nothing. I opened our chat thread and typed, "Did you eat today?" Then I erased it. I whispered, "I don't want to bother you." Days blurred into weeks. I stopped shaving. I stopped cooking real meals. My sister called. "You're stuck." "I'm loyal," I said. "She left you." "She didn't mean forever." "You're hurting yourself." "I deserve it," I replied. One afternoon, an envelope waited at my door. I recognized her handwriting immediately. My hands shook. This is it. Inside were papers, not words. A lawyer's letter sat on top. Temporary custody arrangement, I read aloud. Temporary. I laughed. See? Temporary. I called the number listed. A woman answered. Law office. I need to speak to her, I said. She's unavailable. Tell her I got the papers. She's aware. Does she miss me? I asked. There was a pause. Sir, please review the document. I hung up. I imagined my son asking, why didn't you come? I'm trying, I told the couch. I'm trying so hard. Amir came over that night. Don't sign. If I don't, she'll disappear, I said. She already has. I can't lose him, I whispered. You're losing yourself. That's fine, I said. He matters more. I stared at the signature line. She said this would be easier, I muttered. I signed. Afterward, I sat on the floor. I did the right thing, I told the walls. No one answered. I checked my phone one last time. Still nothing. I lay in bed, staring at her side. She'll call tomorrow, I whispered. Tomorrow never came. Weeks later, I argued with myself out loud. She's busy, I said. She forgot you, I answered. That's not fair. Neither was leaving. I walked through the house, touching things she chose. You liked this shelf, I said. You said it felt grown. The shelf stayed silent. My mother called. You need to eat. I ate yesterday. That's not enough. I'm managing. You're fading. She'll notice, I insisted. She already did, my mother said gently. I hung up before she could continue. Another letter arrived. I didn't open it right away. You're scared, I told myself. I sat at the table. Okay. I'm ready. The letter explained schedules and permissions. No message for me. I dialed her number. Straight to voicemail. I spoke anyway. I signed. I did what you wanted. I waited. Nothing. I pressed my forehead against the wall. Say something, I begged. My phone buzzed. A message from the lawyer. Documents received. That was all. I laughed until my chest hurt. So this is it, I said. I opened my son's room. I'm still here, I told his empty bed. My voice cracked. I'm not leaving. The room didn't believe me. That night, I whispered her name like a habit. Call me, I said. Sleep never came. Morning light crept in. I checked my phone. Nothing. I said it out loud. I'm still waiting. No answer. I showered and practiced smiling. Be patient, I told myself. Be quiet, another voice replied. I went to work. Amir watched me. Any news? I shook my head. You can stop hoping, he said. I don't know how, I answered. That was the truth. I sat alone that night counting breaths. One more day, I promised myself. Just one. Hope felt heavy, but I carried it anyway. I told myself waiting meant love. I told myself silence meant patience. Deep down, I knew it meant abandonment, but I wasn't ready to say it yet, not even to myself. I stayed quiet, pretending tomorrow would change everything, because belief was all I had left inside. I didn't want to meet anyone. That's what I told Amir when he said, "You can't keep living like this." "I'm fine," I replied. "You're surviving," he said. "That's not living." "I don't need saving." "I didn't say that," he answered. "Just coffee." I almost cancelled. I stood outside the cafe and muttered, "This is stupid." She arrived on time. "You must be him," she said gently. "I guess," I replied. She smiled. "I'm not here to fix anything." "That's good," I said. "I don't fix well." She laughed softly. "Neither do I." We sat in silence longer than expected. "I talk too much when I'm nervous," I said. "Then don't," she replied. That felt like permission. "What happened to you?" she asked. "I was left," I said. She nodded. "That hurts." "She took my son." She didn't interrupt. "I'm not angry," I added quickly. "Just tired." "You don't sound tired," she said. "You sound lonely." I looked away. "That word makes it real." "Real doesn't mean permanent," she replied. I stood up. "I should go." She didn't stop me. "Okay." That bothered me. The next week, she texted. "Coffee again?" "You don't give up easily," I typed. "I stay," she replied. We talked about small things. Work. Weather. Silence. "You don't ask many questions," I said. "You answer without them," she replied. One night, I laughed at something she said. The sound surprised me. She noticed. "That's new." "I shouldn't," I said. "Why?" "It feels wrong." She didn't argue. Feelings don't ask permission. I started sleeping better. Eating better. "Don't get used to this," I warned her. "I'm not collecting promises," she said. "Just moments." One evening, I admitted, I still love her. She nodded. I figured. "That doesn't scare you?" "No," she said. "It's honest." I frowned. "Most people leave after that." "I'm not most people." She never pushed. Never rushed. "You don't try to replace her," I said once. She looked at me. "I'm not competing with a ghost." I told her about my son. "He must miss you," she said. "I miss him more," I replied. She listened like it mattered. Weeks turned into months. "You're smiling more," Amir said. "Don't announce it," I replied. She brought me soup when I was sick. "I didn't ask for this," I said. "I know," she answered. "That's why I came." One night, I broke. "What if I never move on?" She took my hand. "Then I'll sit with you there." I pulled back. "That's not fair to you." She smiled sadly. "I choose what's fair to me." I realized something then. She wasn't waiting for me to change. She wasn't rescuing me. She was just there. "I'm scared," I admitted. "Of what?" "Losing again." She squeezed my hand. "So am I." I started working harder. Planning again. You're dreaming, she said. I forgot how, I replied. She stayed through the quiet days. The heavy ones. One afternoon, I said, you can leave any time. She answered, I know. She didn't. The guilt hit when I laughed too hard one evening. I shouldn't be happy, I whispered. She looked at me. Pain doesn't own you. I stared at the floor. It feels like betrayal. To who? She asked gently. I didn't have an answer. She stood up. I'll go. No, I said quickly. Stay. She did. That night, as she slept on the couch, I watched her breathe. She stays, I whispered to myself. For the first time, hope didn't feel like a prison. It felt like a hand waiting patiently, not pulling, not pushing, just there. I didn't notice the change at first. Amir did. You don't talk about her anymore, he said. I'm busy, I replied. That's new. I finally like being busy. I wasn't lying. Work stopped feeling like punishment. My wife watched me from the kitchen. You're late again. I know, I said. I'll make it up to you. You don't owe me balance sheets, she replied. Just show up. I kissed her cheek. I'm here now. She smiled. That's enough. We didn't rush our wedding. She said, I don't need a rescue story. I don't need saving, I replied. I know, she said. That's why I love you. Our house stayed quiet but full. Do you ever regret this? I asked her one night. Choosing you, she replied. No, I said. Choosing a life that isn't loud. She laughed. Peace is underrated. I stopped checking my phone every hour. You don't wait by the window anymore, my mother said. I learned the view doesn't change, I replied. Some nights I still thought about my son. Do you think he remembers me? I asked my wife. She answered carefully. Children remember how they feel. I hope he feels safe. I think he does, she said. I nodded. That's enough for now. We argued sometimes. You shut down, she told me once. I'm unlearning panic, I replied. Tell me when it comes back. I will, I said. I promise. She believed promises when they were quiet. I earned a promotion. You deserve this, she said. I used to think success meant winning. And now? Now it means staying. She squeezed my hand. You stayed with yourself. We hosted dinners. Who are you? Amir joked. I cook now, I replied. And smile. That too. Late at night, guilt still whispered. You're happy, I told myself. That's allowed. Some mornings I woke up calm. This feels strange, I said. Good strange or bad strange, she asked. Peaceful strange. She smiled. Get used to it. I stopped explaining my past to strangers. That chapter is closed, I said. Locked? Amir asked. Shelved, I replied. I didn't chase closure. If she ever comes back. Amir asked. I don't plan for ghosts, I said. My wife heard that. Thank you. For what? For choosing the present. We built routines. Sunday walks, she said. Friday movies, I added. Ordinary sounds perfect, she replied. Sometimes I dreamed of my son. I woke up quiet. You okay? She asked. I miss him, I said. I know. She didn't try to fix it. I learned that love didn't have to hurt to be real. You're lighter, my sister said. I stopped carrying blame, I replied. One evening, I stood in the doorway. What are you thinking? My wife asked. That I survived, I said. She corrected me. You lived. I laughed. You always reframe things. Someone has to. Years passed without announcement. You don't flinch at your phone, Amir noted. I trust silence now, I replied. I told myself my son was okay. He has a life, I said quietly. And so do you, my wife replied. I believed her. Or I thought I did. That night, I said it out loud. I don't need closure. She looked at me. You don't have to convince me. I smiled. Then it's true. I slept easily. I didn't know peace could be fragile. Not yet. The knock came after dinner. My wife looked at me. Are you expecting someone? No, I said. I opened the door. She stood there. For a second, my body forgot how to breathe. Hi, she said quietly. I stared. Why are you here? The man beside her shifted. We just need to talk. I ignored him and looked past them. My son stood behind her leg. He looked taller. Older. He stared at me like I was a stranger. My chest tightened. Hey, I whispered. It's me. He didn't respond. He doesn't remember, she said quickly. He was young. That hurt more than anything she had ever done. My wife stepped closer. Who is it? My past, I said. She nodded once. I'll be inside. I stepped out and closed the door behind me. What do you want? I asked. She swallowed. Things didn't work out. I glanced at the man. That's shocking. He snapped, watch your mouth. She raised her hand. Please. I crossed my arms. Talk. He lost his job, she said. Then the house. Everything kept collapsing. I tried, the man muttered. You controlled everything, she replied sharply. That wasn't trying. I looked at her. Why bring them here? Because I was wrong, she said. About you. About everything. I laughed once. You came to fix your regrets. I came for my family. I shook my head. You left your family. She flinched. I thought love meant safety. And now? Now I know safety was you. The man scoffed. Don't rewrite history. She turned on him. You promised the world. And you wanted it, he shot back. I stepped between them. This isn't my problem. She reached for my arm. Please. I pulled away. Don't touch me. Her voice broke. I was scared. So was I said. I just stayed. She gestured to our son. He needs you. I crouched and looked at him. Do you know who I am? He shook his head. I forced a smile. That's okay. She whispered, he asks questions. About me? She nodded. I didn't know what to say. I stood. Then say the truth. The man laughed bitterly. You think you're better? I think I survived, I replied. She looked around. You look different. I am, I said. That happens when no one rescues you. She stepped closer. We can try again. There is no again, I replied. Her eyes filled. I regret everything. I don't feel anything, I said honestly. That shocked her more than anger would have. You loved me, she whispered. I loved who I thought you were. The man muttered, we're running out of time. She turned to him. Go sit in the car. He hesitated. I'm not leaving you. You already lost me, she said. He walked away, slamming the door. She faced me again. I made a mistake. You made a choice. I paid for it, she said. So did I replied. She gestured toward the house. Is she my wife? I said. Yes. Shay swallowed hard. Does she know? She knows everything. And she stayed, she said quietly. Yes, I replied. My son tugged her sleeve. Mom. She looked down, guilt flashing. It's okay. I knelt again. You don't have to be scared. He studied me. Are you mad? No, I said. I just didn't know you yet. She wiped her tears. Can you forgive me? I stood. Forgiveness isn't reunion. She nodded slowly. I understand. I opened the door. You should go. She hesitated. Will I hear from you? About him, I said. Yes. About us? No, I replied. She took one last look at me. You're strong. I had to be, I said. She turned away. When the door closed, my wife was behind me. You okay? She asked. I exhaled. I think so. She squeezed my hand. You handled that. I looked at the door. The past finally found me. And, she asked. It didn't move me, I said. That's when I knew the power had changed. I heard it by accident. Mom, my son said softly. The word didn't come from me. It came from him, standing in my living room, holding my wife's hand. She froze. I froze. My ex-wife didn't breathe. I'm sorry, my wife said quickly. I didn't mean. It's okay, I said, even though my chest burned. You didn't do anything. My son looked confused. Did I say something bad? No, I replied. You said something honest. My ex-wife's voice shook. He calls you that? My wife hesitated. Only when he feels safe. That hurt. And somehow healed. I didn't tell him to, my wife added. He chose it. My ex whispered, I was his mother. You still are, I said. She laughed bitterly. Then why does he say it to her? I crouched in front of my son. Can you tell me why? He shrugged. She stays. The word landed heavy. My ex looked away. I stayed too. You moved, I said gently. He stayed. My son tugged my sleeve. Are you mad? No, I said. I'm learning. My wife knelt beside us. You don't have to choose sides. My ex snapped, he already did. He chose comfort, I replied. That's not betrayal. She wiped her eyes. You think I don't see it? Then see it clearly, I said. This isn't about winning. My son whispered, I don't want anyone sad. I swallowed. Neither do I. My ex stepped forward. He should live with me. My wife stiffened. He needs stability. I'm his real mother, my ex said. And she's his daily one, I replied. The room went quiet. My son asked, can I stay here tonight? My ex looked at me, pleading. Say something. I closed my eyes. What do you want? He answered immediately. I want both. I nodded slowly. Then we protect that. My ex shook her head. You're choosing her. I'm choosing him, I replied. She whispered, I lost everything. You lost time, I said. That hurts more. Late at night, guilt still whispered. You're happy, I told myself. That's allowed. Some mornings I woke up calm. This feels strange, I said. Good strange or bad strange, she asked. Peaceful strange. She smiled. Get used to it. I stopped explaining my past to strangers. That chapter is closed, I said. Locked? Amir asked. Shelved, I replied. I didn't chase closure. If she ever comes back? Amir asked. I don't plan for ghosts, I said. My wife heard that. Thank you. For what? For choosing the present. We built routines. Sunday walks, she said. Friday movies, I added. Ordinary sounds perfect, she replied. Sometimes I dreamed of my son. I woke up quiet. You okay? She asked. I miss him, I said. I know. She didn't try to fix it. I learned that love didn't have to hurt to be real. You're lighter, my sister said. I stopped carrying blame, I replied. One evening, I stood in the doorway. What are you thinking? My wife asked. That I survived, I said. She corrected me. You lived. I laughed. You always reframe things. Someone has to. Years passed without announcement. You don't flinch at your phone, Amir noted. I trust silence now, I replied. I told myself my son was okay. He has a life, I said quietly. And so do you, my wife replied. I believed her. Or I thought I did. That night, I said it out loud. I don't need closure. She looked at me. You don't have to convince me. I smiled. Then it's true. I slept easily. I didn't know peace could be fragile. Not yet. The knock came after dinner. My wife looked at me. Are you expecting someone? No, I said. I opened the door. She stood there. I still do, I replied. Just not the way you need. She whispered, I'm drowning. I know, I said. I almost did too. You could help me, she said. I could, I replied. I won't. Her eyes widened. So you're punishing me? No, I said. I'm stepping away. She clenched her jaw. You're enjoying this. I shook my head. I don't feel anything. That silence scared her more than rage. I lost everything, she said. You lost what you built on promises, I replied. She laughed bitterly. You sound wise now. I sound done. She looked down. People ask about you. What do you tell them? That you moved on. I nodded. That's accurate. She rubbed her arms. He left. I know. He blamed me. I'm not surprised. She whispered, I thought you'd come save me. I leaned back. That's the difference now. She looked up. What difference? I stopped trying to be a hero. She wiped her face. I'm alone. You're facing yourself, I said. That's not the same. She glared. You're cold. I learned warmth doesn't mean sacrifice, I replied. She lowered her voice. Do you forgive me? Yes, I said. She blinked. Then why does this hurt? Because forgiveness doesn't erase consequences. She swallowed. I don't know how to fix this. You don't, I replied. You lived through it. She laughed weakly. You sound like karma. I'm not, I said. I stepped out of its way. She leaned back. You really won, didn't you? I didn't compete. She looked around. Your life looks stable. It is. Happy? Quietly, I replied. She smiled sadly. You always wanted peace. I just didn't know it then. She hesitated. If I ask for help, I'll point you to resources, I said. Not myself. Her shoulders dropped. That's fair. She stood slowly. I regret leaving. I believe you, I said. And regret doesn't rewrite time. She nodded. I see that now. She paused at the door. You're stronger than I remember. I had to become someone you couldn't break. She opened the door. Take care. You too, I said. She left without drama. My wife watched me from the kitchen. You okay? Yes, I replied. I didn't feel the need to chase. She smiled. That's growth. I thought revenge would feel powerful, I said. And walking away felt better. She took my hand. Proud of you. Later, Amir called. Heard she's struggling. I know, I said. You could enjoy that. I don't, I replied. He laughed. You've changed. I survived, I said. That night, I told myself the truth. Karma didn't need my hands. It worked fine on its own. I slept peacefully. I watched him from the doorway. Hey, champ, I said softly. He turned, smiled faintly. Hi, Dad. How was school? I asked. Good, he said, then added, we painted today. That's great. Did you like it? He nodded. Yeah. I gave the big tree a purple trunk. I laughed quietly. I like that imagination. My wife appeared behind him. He's proud of it. I can tell, I said. She looked at me and smiled. You're handling this well. I'm learning, I admitted. Later, I asked him, do you want to come with me to the park? Yes, he exclaimed, running ahead. I called after him, wait up. He looked back, grinning. I'm fast. You always were, I said. We reached the swings. Your turn first, he said. Okay, I said, and pushed him gently. Higher. Higher, he yelled. I laughed, watching him fly. You're fearless. He swung back and forth. Come on, Dad. I climbed on the swing beside him. Here I go. He pushed me, laughing. Faster, faster. Careful, I warned, but smiled anyway. Later, we sat on the bench, catching our breath. I missed this, I said. You did? He asked, curious. Yeah. Being here with you, I admitted. He smiled. I'm glad you're here. My wife joined us, holding water bottles. You two look happy. I am, I said. I finally understand something. What's that? She asked. Love isn't possession, I said. It's presence. She nodded. And he feels that. My son looked up at me. Do you stay now? Yes, I said. I stay. He leaned against me. I like that. I rested my hand on his shoulder. I like it too. Later at home, I found myself alone for a moment. I looked around and whispered, it's okay to move forward. I thought of the past, of doors closed and missed calls. I let it fade. The guilt that had weighed me down loosened. My ex-wife's letters and apologies didn't hurt anymore. I read them once and placed them in a drawer. They're part of history, I said aloud. My wife appeared behind me. And you're here, she said. I am, I replied. I'm proud of you, she said softly. I've been waiting a long time to feel this peace, I admitted. You deserve it, she said. The next day, my son tugged my hand. Play soccer, Dad. Of course, I said. We ran across the field, kicking the ball, laughing. I realized I didn't need closure to be happy. I didn't need to fight, to demand, to chase. I simply needed to stay. Later, when my son called me over to show a drawing, he looked at me and said, "Thanks for being here." "That's all I want," I said. I watched him run back to my wife. "I'm okay," I whispered. I let go of the man I used to be, the man who waited at a door for someone who never returned. I didn't feel empty. I felt present. I didn't erase the past. I acknowledged it. And in that acknowledgement, I finally understood peace. I smiled, knowing I could love fully, freely, without losing myself. I watched the sunrise from the balcony. "Beautiful," I whispered. My wife came up behind me. "It's peaceful," she said. "Yes," I replied. "Like everything finally makes sense." She leaned against me. "You've changed." "I have," I said. "I stopped waiting at doors." She smiled. "And now you stay where you belong." I nodded. "With you." "With him." "Sometimes, I still think about her," I admitted. "You mean the past?" she asked. "Yes. The one that walked away." "You can think about it," she said. "It doesn't define you." I let the truth settle. I survived because I learned presence matters more than promises. She took my hand. "And you never forgot that." I laughed softly. "I tried. It wasn't easy." "Nothing worth having ever is," she said. Later, my son ran up, holding a drawing. "Look, Dad." "Wow," I said, examining it. "That's amazing." He grinned. "You like it?" "I love it," I replied. "It's perfect." He tugged my hand. "Play with me?" "Of course," I said, following him outside. We ran, laughed, kicked the ball. I felt light. Free. After a while, he paused. "Mom, Dad, look at me." I raised my hands. "All eyes on you." My wife laughed. "You're showing off." He giggled. "You should too, Dad." "I will," I said. Later, as we sat on the porch, I spoke quietly. "Some returns come too late." She looked at me. "What do you mean?" "The past," I said. "People return, apologies come, but it doesn't change who stayed, who built, who loved consistently." She squeezed my hand. "I stayed." "Yes," I said. "And that's the difference." I thought of her, the one who left. Regret in her eyes, missed chances. "She won't define me anymore," I whispered. My wife tilted her head. "You never let her define you." "I almost did," I admitted. "Almost let the door of the past trap me. But I chose differently." "You chose love," she said. "No," I replied. "I chose presence. That's how I healed. That's how I survived." My son climbed onto my lap. "Dad?" "Yes, buddy." "I like our family," he said simply. "I like it too," I said, hugging him. She watched us quietly. "You're happy," she said. "I am," I admitted. Not because revenge is done, not because past wrongs are paid back, but because life continues. Quietly. Steadily. She kissed my cheek. "And you embraced it." "Yes," I said. I embraced it. I stopped chasing ghosts. I stopped standing at empty doors. I looked at the horizon. Sometimes justice is silent. Sometimes it's not headlines or punishment. Sometimes it's simply living well. She leaned on me. "And you do that every day." "I try," I said. My son giggled. "Race you to the tree." "Okay, but no cheating," I replied. We ran together, laughter filling the air. I felt the weight of old pain lift with every step. I realized I didn't need closure. I didn't need to rewrite the past. I had presence. I had love. I had today. That was enough. I breathed in deeply. I'm free, I whispered. She smiled, resting her head against my shoulder. I know, she said. And so is he. I looked at my son running ahead, laughing. Yes, I said. He is. And in that moment, I understood everything. The past would fade. Memories would linger, lessons would remain. But life, my life, was mine to live. Quietly. Fully. Well.